Welcome to Vision 48 News, live at 5. I'm Wesley Kennedy.
I'm James Garcia.
And I'm Justin Mathis.
The South Carolina Baptist Convention Executive Board has signaled its desire to move past the controversy surrounding our former president's retirement. The move resulted from several meetings between NGU officials and SCBC representatives. The executive board members made a unanimous decision to fully support the trustee leadership of NGU. The chairman of the SCBC budget department stated that the cooperative program funding for North Greenville University has been reinstated.
Big parking changes are happening in downtown Greenville. James Garcia and Alyssa Ash have the story.
The City of Greenville is experiencing parking changes to help accommodate citizens. Beginning November 1st, the first hour in all parking garages will be free. Also, there will be a new lot open on Augusta Street by the end of November with 70 available spots. In the next coming months, there will also be new parking garages open. One will open in December, one in May, and one in July. We asked people on the street their opinion about the new parking changes. Pat, we are here in downtown today talking about the parking changes. Beginning on November 1st, the first hour in all parking garages will be free. So, yeah, how do you feel about that?
That's pretty amazing.
Awesome.
I like that.
Batman loves free parking. Anytime I get out of the Batcave.
Yes, that's good. And secondly, there will also be a new lot opening with 70 spaces on Augusta Street. Do you think that that'll be helpful to the city?
Very helpful.
I think it'd be good if they had the trolley going back and forth as well, because that'll be really, you know, Augusta's a little further out.
Yeah.
But I think it'd be good if they had the trolley.
Yes,
so that'd be
definitely.
A great idea.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Heck yeah, Batman loves it.
Good. Thank you so much for giving us your opinion. I'm Alyssa Ash with Vision 48 News.
Thanks, Alyssa. NGU's Winter Guard is raising money to donate stuffed animals to Greenville Health Systems Children's Hospital. Their goal is $1,600. Donation boxes can be found in the Grill, Cafeteria, Hayes Ministry Center, and Einstein's. Students can spread the word by sharing the link youcaring.com/stuffed animals for kids.
North Greenville University delegates of the South Carolina Student Legislature met for their fall 2015 session. Wesley Kennedy has the story.
This week, NGU's South Carolina student legislators went to the state capitol to write, debate, and vote on legislation written by the students.
SESL as a whole is a whole bunch of college students showing up from different colleges in South Carolina. You have your public colleges and your private colleges. And we write legislation, debate legislation, and pretty much vote on it whether or not we want to pass that. And technically our title is a mock legislation, so we get a chance to sit in the State House and the Senate chamber and the House of Representatives and actually sit where our representatives and our senators sit.
Prisoners. South Carolina has long had a poor reputation.
My experience at CSL has been fantastic. This is the third session that I've been a part of. It's a wonderful experience. Like, you meet a lot of new people that you never would have met beforehand. I've made some good friends out of it. Established some good relationships. It's a wonderful time. You have a lot of fun. Different things you do, the bills you debate. It's really just an enlightening experience. You get to debate a lot of bills and stuff, and it's a really good meshing and public discourse of different ideas that are very broad across the whole political spectrum. So it's a really great experience all around.
Be able to get themselves out there, trying to make their livings and make their own wages.
And this third time, I really feel like NGU came all out. And even though there is room for improvement, NGU did do some great things. John Parton, for example, wrote a bill on abortion. Caleb and Audrey and Jenna wrote and co-authored a few bills. And I had the chance to write a bill on domestic violence. And I think that any student that wants to go into politics or that wants to go into business should definitely keep this in mind, keep SESL in mind. So there will be an open spot for Fall 16. So if there's any student out there that is interested in SESL, they should definitely look into it.
For Vision 48 News, I'm Wesley Kennedy.
Thanks, Wesley. If you're interested in being an RA next semester, applications are due by this Friday, November 6th, to the Student Life Department.
Furman has been named one of the most beautiful college campuses in the world by BuzzFeed readers. Compiled by BuzzFeed staff member Spencer Outhouse, the list released on Tuesday features the top 25 campuses sent in by members of the publication's community. firm enjoys such institutions as the University of Glasgow in Scotland, the University of Sydney in Australia, and the University of Cape Town in South Africa.
When we come back, we'll have more news, weather, and sports.
No.
You good? I'm just out of gas, man.
It's been 3 hours. I don't know if I'll make it. I'm gonna have to go outside.
The bookstore hours are Monday through Thursday from 8:30 a.m. till 5 p.m. and Friday 8:30 a.m. till 2 p.m. Come to the bookstore and see the full line of merchandise, ranging from Nike-sponsored apparel to school supplies and candy. The bookstore is located under the CAF right next to the post office. The university store is present at every home football game. The bookstore, they've got what you need.
Students experienced a bit of a scare last week when rumors started that the Waffle House in Travelers Rest had closed. No worries though, the local hotspot temporarily closed its doors for renovations to the dining area and kitchen. The Travelers Rest Waffle House has since reopened with a refreshed interior.
1 Peter 3:15 says to always be prepared to give an answer to everyone who asks you to give a reason for the hope that you have. Our Jake Harden went and talked to students on the Life Answers team who are just doing that.
The Life Answers team is inspired by 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 15, and it says, be prepared always to give a reason for your faith.
They travel around to schools, to churches, youth groups, and other venues that have us come in and talk about the need for Christians to understand why their faith is backed up by the facts.
We go to churches all around the area, mostly in South Carolina. We've been to North Carolina a few times. And
the students on the Life Answers team study apologetics. They know how to make arguments from teleology, the ontological argument, the cosmological argument. And so the ultimate goal of the Life Answers team is to encourage believers with the facts of our faith, and also to win lost people to Christ by challenging them to think about these facts and to consider them as to bring them under conviction that they would come to know Christ as Savior.
This is my second year. Yeah, this is my second year on the Life Answers team, and I'm actually the co-leader this year.
Well, I'd just like to say that the Life Answers team invitations for the Life Answers team to come and speak in different venues has really picked up this year. This is our third year, and it's beginning to catch on. Churches really appreciate the manner that we make our presentations because we actually do a discussion format. We open up a time of question and answer at the conclusion of our presentation, and churches and every other group that we've presented to seem to really respond well to that.
Well, next semester we are actually losing 5 seniors. So if you would like to be a part of the Life Answers team, come to the Worldview Center and talk to Dr. Beam, and he can get you set up with that. Also, you can pray for us, and you can just come if we're in the area and listen to us speak.
The Life Answers team will be in chapel this Wednesday, November 4th. Reporting for Vision 48, I'm Jake Harden.
Thanks, Jake. Odds are you currently have an account on the social giant Facebook. But exactly how big is Facebook and how big is it getting? According to CNBC, if Facebook's shares rise as much as the market is predicting this week, it will join Apple, Alphabet, and Microsoft as the only other tech giants with a $300 billion market capitalization. That would put Facebook's worth at 6 times greater than Netflix.
Have you ever wondered what it feels like to be 4'10"? Our social media team gives us a look at what it's like for your friends in low places. The International Space Station just celebrated 15 years of continuous human habitation in space. The station has mostly been used to carry out experiments in the world's only microgravity laboratory. NASA says breakthroughs have been achieved there that would not have been possible on Earth. On Monday, the current crew had a live camera talk to celebrate the anniversary.
Thank you, guys. And as for the weather for this week, be ready to spend lots of times indoors as we have rain scheduled for Tuesday and fog for Wednesday of this week, rain for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Although it seems like it's going to be pretty warm throughout the week, high in the 70s for towards the end of this week. That's the weather for this week. Thank you, guys. Back to you.
The NGU Lady Crusaders split this week's pair of home matches in the Conference Carolinas play. Last Tuesday, the Lady Crusaders fell to Belmont Abbey by a final score of 4-0. Goalkeeper Madeline Schober set a season high with 17 saves and also set a new single-game record in the same category. On Halloween Day, NGU took down the Barton Bulldogs 2-0. NGU finishes the regular season at 9-7 overall, carrying a 5-6 mark in conference play. The Lady Crusaders enter the conference tournament as the 7th seed and will visit 2nd-seeded Limestone on November 2nd at 7 p.m. As for the NGU men's soccer team, the Crusaders had a hard time getting things rolling and ended up dropping their final 2 matches of the season by a combined score of 7-1. NGU ends the 2015 campaign on a 6-game skid and finishes with a 2-13 overall record. Let's take a step over to the court as the NGU women's volleyball team competed in a trio of home matches over the weekend. The Lady Crusaders claimed a convincing 3-0 win over the Pfeiffer Lady Falcons on senior night this past Friday. On Saturday afternoon, NGU picked up right where they left off by defeating Belmont Abbey in 4 sets and taking down Bluefield State College in 3. After notching their first 20-win season in program history, the Lady Crusaders have a 22-9 overall record with a 10-5 mark in conference play. NGU will visit rival Southern Wesleyan University on Wednesday, November 4th at 7 p.m. to finish out the 2015 regular season.
Thank you for joining us all here at Vision 48 News. Tune in again next week at 5 p.m. If you cannot wait a whole week for the latest news, visit North Greenville's Vision 48 Facebook page, NEWA's Instagram account, and Twitter account to stay informed. I'm James Garcia.
I'm Wesley Kennedy.
And I'm Justin Mathis. Have a blessed week, North Greenville.